Hello students, in this part we study about the female reproductive organ of flowering plant. In previous part, in last part, we study the structure of the male reproductive organ of flowering plant, that is the anther. In this part, we study the female reproductive organs of the flowering plant, that is the pistil or carpels. The female reproductive organ, collectively called gynoecium of the flower. It represents the female reproductive parts. Gynoecium of the flower may have one pistil or carpel or more than one pistil or carpel. If only one carpel is present in a flower, then that type of the flower is called a monocarpellary flower. When more than one carpel or pistil present, then it is called a multicarpellary flower. If two pistil or carpels are present in a flower, called bicarpellary, like that tricarpellary, tetracarpellary or pentacarpellary or multicarpellary. If more than one carpel present in the flower, it means it multicarpellary. All the carpels are maybe free or fused with each other. If all the carpels are free from each other, then called apocarpus. That types of the carpel called apocarpus. ध्यान दें, that types of the carpel is called apocarpus. When the carpels in multicarpellary flowers are fused with each other, are joined with each other, then that types of the carpel is called syncarpus. That is the, if free, apocarpus, if fused, syncarpus. That two types of the conditions are present in multicarpellary flower. Let us study the structure of the carpels. That is the structure of the carpels. The upper swollen part of the carpel is called a stigma. Below it present narrower tubular structure called a styles, and the basal part of the carpel is called ovary. It is the swollen part. Ovary are attached with the another fleshy structure that is called thalamus or receptacle. Stigma provide the landing place for the pollen grain, whereas style provide the passage for the pollen tube after the pollination. Whereas the ovary have the ovule that are present in a chamber-like structure that is called locule. What is the locule? In ovary present only one or more than one chamber, and each chamber of the ovary is called the locule. Inside the locule present parenchymatous tissue cells tissue that is called the placenta. At the tips of the placenta arised ovule. That is the ovule that are present inside the ovary. In an ovary may be present only one ovule or more than one ovule. Let us see in this figure, that is the cross sections of the plant ovary presents a number of the locules. See here, locule 1, 2, 3. Inside the locule present the placenta, and at the tips of the placenta produce ovules. In each locule may be present a single ovule or more than one ovule. Let us study the structure of the ovule. The ovule is also known as the megasporangium. The ovule is attached to the placenta by means of a stalk called a funicle or funiculus. The junction, see in this figure, that is the anatropous ovule. It is the funicle. Stalk, funicle means a filamentous structure or thread-like structure. The funicle is that structure which provides the connection between the wall of the ovary and ovule. At the tip of the funicle produce attached the main body of the ovule, that is the anatropous ovule, that are covered by the epidermal tissue around the ovule. The junction between an ovule and funicle is called the hilum. The junction between the ovule and funicle, that location is called the hilum. In sometimes when the ovules attach with the funicle along with their sides, then funicle fused with the main body of the ovule, that is called the raphe. That portion's location of the funicle is called the raphe. The ovules surrounded by one or two protective layer, that is called the integument. Integument, that is outer integument and inner integument. These integument absent at one point, one side, that side create the pore, that is called the micropyle. Micropyle. At the opposite, at the tip of the ovule to the opposite of the micropyle where integument arised, called the chalga. Chalga. The basal part of the ovule opposite to the micropyle is called the chalga. The cells with reserve food material enclosed within the integument is called the nucellus. That locations of the cells is called the nucellus. The cells that provide the nutrition to the developing embryo, that is the embryo sac. Embryo sac is also known as the megasporangium. Embryo sac is also known as the megagametophytes. अब हम देखेंगे कि मेगा एम्ब्रियो सैक का फॉर्मेशन कैसे होता है, कैसे एम्ब्रियो सैक ओयूल के अंदर बनता है. तो देन द प्रोसेस ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द मेगास्पोर फ्रॉम द मेगास्पोर मदर सेल is called the megasporogenesis. It means the process of formation of the embryo sac is called the megasporogenesis. Let us see in this figure, below the epidermal layer of the ovule, then a single cell of the nucleus are differentiated. And grow in their size, called the megaspore mother cells. These are divided by mitotic division into two daughter cells. One daughter cell that remains toward the micropyle of the ovule is formed the primary parietal cell. That is the primary parietal cells that present divide to there, called the primary parietal cells. And another cells that produce or form toward the center of the ovule form the primary sporogenous cells. The differentiated cells is called the archisporial cell, which involve in formation of the megaspore mother cells. So a primary archisporial cells divide by mitosis division, form two daughter cells, one that are formed toward the micropyle called the primary parietal cells, another that form to opposite called the primary sporogenous cells. Primary sporogenous cells further involve in formation of the are in process of megasporogenesis. Primary sporogenous cells also known as the megaspore mother cells. Megaspore mother cells undergoes meiosis and form the megaspore tetrad. The product cells of the megaspore all the cells of the megaspore tetrads are arranged in a linear rows. Out of these four megaspore, only one remains functional, while the other three cells degenerated. The functional megaspore develop into the female gametophyte or the embryo sac. Let us see how the embryo sacs are formed, also known as the megagametogenesis. In this process, the functional megaspore increases in their size and its nucleus divide mitotically into two nuclei, which move to opposite poles. As a result, binucleated embryo sac is formed. Let us see in this figure. इस फिगर में देखें, all the megaspores tetrads are arranged in a linear manner. देखें, all the four cells are arranged in linear manner. The upper three cells become degenerated and the lower cells become functional megaspores. Then these cells are enlarged or grow in their size and enlarge. Then their nucleus divide by mitotic divisions and form two nuclei. Both the nuclei are moved to opposite pole and form the two nucleated embryo sac. Let us see in this figure. Then at each pole present, each nucleus again divide by mitotic division, two successive division. The first division form two nuclei, and then both the nuclei divide by mitotic division at each pole and form the four daughter nuclei. Therefore, at the each pole form four daughter nuclei. It means embryo sac converted in 8 nucleated structure. Then at each pole, one nucleus moved toward the center of the embryo sac, whereas at each pole of the embryo sac remains 3 nucleus. Then these nucleus form 3-celled at each pole. By process of cytokinesis and the pole toward the micropyle, the 3 cells apparatus called Young apparatus, whereas to the opposite pole toward the chalial end of the ovule, the embryo sacs 3 nucleus form 3 cells that together called antipodal cells. Let us see the mature embryo sac structure. That is the antipodal cells, whereas this structure is known as the Young apparatus, and the center portions cells is called the central cells, in which present 2 nucleus that called the polar nuclei that may be fused with each other. Therefore, the central nucleus of the embryo sac is diploid or becomes diploid structure, whereas each cell that are present at the pole, it means cells of antipodal and Young apparatus are haploid in structure. Haploid in structures. Antipodal cells consist of 3 cells, 1 centers enlarged called the Young cells, whereas the remaining 2 cells that is called the synergids. Synergids have the filiform apparatus. Young cells act as the female gamete, whereas synergids provide the guidance to the male gamete for the fusion, for the fertilization process with the Young cells. Out of these 8 nuclei, 4 are present at each micropillar end and 4 at the chalial end. 1 nucleus from each group come in center to form the 2 polar nuclei. Remaining 3 nuclei at micropillar end and 3 nuclei at the chalial end form the antipodal cells. The 3 nuclei at the micropillar end form the Young apparatus. So, fully developed embryo sac is 8 nucleated but 7-celled structure, because central cell of the embryo sac have 2 nuclei, whereas the 3 cell of antipodals and 3 cell of Young apparatus have a single nuclei. Okay. The middle cell of Young apparatus is also known as the oosphere or Young cell or Young cells, whereas the remaining 2 cells called the synergids. The 2 cell of synergid and 1 cell of oosphere or Young form Young apparatus.